The last theology that I want to cover is something that seems very mystical to people, and a church lit just by candles, interilluminated, and people in ornate spiritual clothing, with rituals, and it's Eastern Christian theology, Byzantine, mostly in Turkey, Southeast Europe, the Mediterranean, Eastern Mediterranean. It's called Theosis, which means deification, and it's taught that to get a union with God, it requires something called catharsis, which means ridding yourself of want and need, of desire, of lust, bringing yourself under control. That the purpose of human life is deification, which is to find all that is good and right spiritually here on earth. Instead of talking about how we bring the harmony of our body to our spiritual selves, they believe that yes, there is a responsibility of human existence, but it recognizes God's potential power over it, meaning there can be works of the supernatural. And it really does come down to the thought that all the miracles in this world can be attributed to the words of the saints, which goes against the reasoning tradition of Aristotle and Thomas Aquinas, that you can be specially equipped and tooled by God once you become enlightened by Him, and it stresses deification of the person through God over the classroom, over academia. And so they believe that they have theologians in their faith, and if you're going to be a theologian in the faith, that it has to be chosen for you by God rather than something that you pursued in seminary school. And with all the rituals and the ornate art, it puts itself up as in contrast to other forms of Christianity, because it has a deep dive back into the history of the faith, and something said by a saint, the words of the saints are the key to finding the ability to be enlightened by God, but it has to be an act of God to enlighten you and not a diploma. So I hope I haven't butchered that up too much, but that's really at the crux of Eastern theology, or theosis.